Hello, thank you for being in a new video. Today I bring you full review of the Formovie Xming Episode 1, a mini projector that promises a home theater experience at an affordable price. Let's get started. Its approximate cost at the time of recording this video is 4,600 Mexican pesos or $228 approximately. Clearly this is an inexpensive projector, so join me to see what it has to offer. Let's start with the design. The Xming Episode 1 is quite compact, measuring 122 by 142 by 141 by 175 millimeters, weighing 1.25 kilograms, ideal if you're looking for something easy to move around. It is made of dark plastic with orange accents and highlights. It feels well built and of good quality. However, it does not have a tilt adjustment, which could be a drawback when wanting to adapt it to different surfaces or to project from the floor or something like that. So the accommodation can be a bit tricky. Although it does include a thread for mounting on a base, which gives you flexibility in placement even from the ceiling, in case you want to leave it completely fixed. One interesting thing is the illuminated logo on the back when in use. This gives it a nice touch of style, and it has vents on this part in orange to help maintain a proper temperature. Its fan is quite quiet with less than 30 decibels at a meter distance in environments up to 30 degrees Celsius, so you shouldn't have any noise problems in more or less warm environments. This mini projector has several connectivity options. We have an HDMI 2.1 port, also USB 2.0, and a 3.5mm audio output. Back here is also the power connector, and in terms of wireless connectivity, it includes Wi-Fi 5, so it's perfectly capable of downloading streaming content in full HD, and it also integrates Bluetooth 5.0, so it's very versatile for both wired and wireless connectivity. In fact, the Bluetooth connectivity and the 3.5mm jack are ideal for connecting external speakers because, as we will see later, the integrated sound might not be enough for all tastes. Now let's talk a bit about the controller, which has a practical design, uses AAA batteries, and has direct access buttons to streaming platforms such as YouTube and Netflix. In addition, it includes a button for the voice assistant, so you can search for content or adjust settings without having to go step by step, if not just with a voice command, but let's give it a try. Play the recount of Marcial on YouTube. Set the volume to 20%.
Okay.
An interesting detail is the button to switch between users. Ideal if there are several people at home who want to use it and want to keep their own settings with different profiles. However, something I didn't like is that it has virtually no controls integrated directly on the projector. It only has an on-off button designed to leave the projector plugged in at all times. I wish it had at least one button to switch to the HDMI input, since in case you want to use the projector connected to a computer, it is essential to carry the remote control, and if you forget it or the battery runs out, it is impossible to switch to the HDMI source. I think that can definitely be annoying for some users. But let's get to the most important section, the projection. This Formovie Xming Episode 1 has a projection range of between 40 and 120 inches. Although to reach 120 inches if you require a very dark room with plenty of space. From a distance of 1.5 meters, it approximately projects a 55-inch screen. To give you an idea, and to achieve the 120-inch projection, you need to be roughly 10 feet away from the wall. Fortunately, the autofocus helps a lot. Every time you move the projector or change the distance, it makes this adjustment and is also able to correct the shape of the projection in case you're projecting from a certain tilt. Although that will cause you to lose a little bit of size, so ideally you want to project at a completely straight angle. It works with 150 true ISO lumens, so it is recommended in dark spaces to better enjoy the details and achieve the 0.500:1 contrast ratio it promises. It supports input in 4K, which is excellent if you want to see the content in high quality, although in reality the projection is going to do it in full HD. It also includes several image adjustment options that you can change even while watching content, such as keystone correction and autofocus, and you can configure the placement of the projector, either front, rear, ceiling, or desktop, and all combinations. It also has image correction to optimize colors and contrast based on location and some other image parameters. I think for the price it meets a good projection for dark environments. As for sound, the projector has two speakers of 3 watts each with Dolby Audio support. Although this feature is disabled at the factory, and honestly even when enabled it doesn't make much difference, the sound is not very wide. It also has a software-based dialogue enhancement feature, but it doesn't seem to make a noticeable difference to the integrated speakers either. The audio feels very focused on the mid-frequencies, while the bass frequencies are virtually unnoticeable. If you're looking for a higher quality, immersive sound experience, you're going to need external speakers. This projector does not include a built-in battery, so it needs to be plugged in to operate at all times. It has a maximum power consumption of 65 watts and a standby consumption when you're not using it of less than 0.5 watts. So I think it has good efficiency for its size. Its power cord is relatively long and the plug is compact, so it doesn't use as much space in the electrical contact, very similar to what we see in a lot of laptops. Let's talk about the operating system. The Formovie Xming Episode 1 uses Google TV, so you will have access to a wide variety of applications such as YouTube, Netflix, Disney+, Prime Video, and more. In fact, from the initial screen, it will suggest various content available from different platforms, although obviously to watch them, you need to have a subscription. It comes with 2 GB of RAM, DDR4, and 16 GB of internal storage, which is enough for its main functions, since in general you will watch all the content via streaming. It also features AirPlay, Chromecast, Miracast, and DLNA, allowing for fast wireless projection from virtually any device, including the iPhone. This is an ideal mini projector if you're looking for an affordable home theater experience. It's compact, has several connectivity options, access to multiple streaming platforms without the need for a separate device, and a good enough resolution. Mind you, its projection is intended for dark environments, and the integrated sound might not be enough for the most demanding. However, in terms of versatility and design, it's a pretty solid option in its price range. What do you think of this mini projector? Let me know what you think in the comments. For now, we've come to the end of this video. If you liked it, you know you can point it out, and we'll see you next time.